IRCC conducted their latest draw on 12th October. The result was a bit shocking. What can we expect from the next draw? Will the number of new candidates continue to be high? Will the IRCC increase the draw size any further? What will be the cutoff score? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Canadian Dream. This channel is all about Canadian immigration, immigration-related news and updates. In today's video, we'll try to predict the draw size and cutoff score of the upcoming draw, which is expected on the 26th of October. In our last video, we have seen the pool breakdown after the latest draw. If you have missed it, I would strongly recommend you to stop watching this video and watch that video first. You'll get a better understanding of the whole calculation and analysis. For our prediction, we need to find the following first. Number 1. Number of candidates in the pool after the last draw. Number 2. Number of new candidates that may get added. Number 3. Total number of candidates expected before the draw. Number 4. The expected draw size. Once we have these 4 pieces of information, we can make our prediction. So, let's start with number 1. Number of candidates in the pool after the last draw. We have this data from our pool breakdown video. In case if you have missed it, I'll quickly show you. The last draw was conducted on the 12th October. 4,250 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 500. So from 4,250 invitations, 601 were used up by the candidates with 600 plus scores. From the remaining ITS, 2,785 were sent to cover all the candidates in the 501 to 600 CRS range. After this, there were no candidates with CRS 501 and above. The remaining 864 ITS were dedicated for the 491 to 500 range. There were 6,384 candidates in this range. So after sending out 864 invitations, there should be 5,520 candidates left in this range. So we have got the first piece of information. Let's move to the second. Number 2. Number of new candidates that may get added. To find this, we need to look at the previous records. First, let's look at the number of newly added candidates for the 12th October draw. We can see in the range of 601 to 1200, we were expecting 506 candidates. Bad news, 601 were added. Between 501 to 600, 936 candidates were expected. The biggest shock came here. 1,645 candidates were added in this range. This is the highest addition we have seen in this range so far. Between 491 to 500, 179 candidates were expected, but 399 were actually added. The biggest addition was seen in the 501 to 600 range once again, most likely due to the international students claiming their points. Overall, 2,685 candidates were added in the 451 to 1200 CRS range, which is 779 more than our prediction. So all in all, the number of new additions to the pool was pretty big this time. To understand the pattern of new additions better, let's look at their trends. In the 601 to 1200 range, we can see a significant increase this time, but it still has the downward trend. The 501 to 600 range has witnessed a record addition and the trend line has now become steep and upward. The 491 to 500 range also showed a big rise this time, the highest we have seen in recent times. This also has a steep upward trend now. On the whole, new candidates in the 451 to 1200 range now has an upward trend. Time to find the number of candidates that may get added to the pool before the next draw. This is going to be tricky this time. We have seen an unexpected spike in the last draw. Will the new addition remain to be high once again, or will it go back to the average line? Last time we saw a big spike before the draw on 14 September, and after the spike, it went back to normal in the next draw. This suggests that the numbers may go back to the average line in the next draw. But because it's so unpredictable, I plan to show what happens in both cases. Scenario 1. The number of new candidates remain high. To find this, we will use linear forecasting. We now have 7 sets of data. We will use the latest 6 sets of data as the first one looks like an anomaly. So we get in the range of 601 to 1200, 479 candidates might get added this time. Between 501 to 600, 1,537 candidates, and between 491 to 500, 321 candidates are expected to get added. The number in the 601 to 1200 seems to be less, but I'm not making any adjustments here as the number in the 501 to 600 range is very high, which I believe should balance it out. Scenario 2. The number of new candidates goes back to the average. To find this, we'll average the datasets we have. Again, we'll be ignoring the first set of data for appearing to be an anomaly. So after averaging, we know in the range of 601 to 1200, 522 candidates might get added this time. Between 501 to 600, 1054 candidates. And between 491 to 500, 216 candidates are expected. Please note we may see a sudden spike in the 600 plus range as we have seen a couple of PNP draws recently. I'm not considering them here as it is hard to say when these candidates will claim their points, as some of the PNPs require application submission before candidates can claim those 600 points. So we have found the second piece of information, let's move to the third. Number 3. The total number of candidates expected before the draw. Now we need to find the total number of candidates that will be in the pool before the draw is conducted. To find this, we can add the expected number of new candidates to the candidates remaining in the pool after the last draw. We need to find this for both the scenarios. In scenario 1, where the number of new candidates remain high, there should be 479 candidates with CRS 600 plus. Between 501 to 600, there should be 1,537 candidates. And between 491 to 500, there should be 5,841 candidates. In scenario 2, where the number of new candidates go back to average, there should be 522 candidates with CRS 600 plus. Between 501 to 600, there should be 1,054 candidates. And between 491 to 500, there should be 5,736 candidates. Now we have got the number of candidates that might be in the pool before the draw. Let's move to the next. Number 4. The draw size. It's time to find the draw size. The estimated draw size looks difficult to predict as we have already reached 4,250. Not sure if IRCC will increase this any further. I can think of multiple possibilities for the draw size. In a very pessimistic case, the draw size may not increase and get capped at 4,250. In a slightly favorable case, the draw size may increase by 250 and get capped at 4,500. In a more favorable case, the draw size may continue to increase by 500 and reach 4,750. In an optimistic case, the draw size may increase by 750 and reach 5,000. I'll go with my guts on this. I think they'll add another 500 and the new draw size will be 4,750. Now we have all the 4 pieces of information ready. Let's predict what might happen on the 26th October's draw. In case of scenario 1, where the number of new candidates remain high, if 4,750 invitations are sent out, 479 candidates with CRS 600 plus will be covered. After that, we have 4,271 invitations in hand. There are 1,537 candidates between 501 to 600. They will be covered too. Now we have 2,734 ITs left. There are 5,841 candidates in the 491 to 500 range. As the number of ITs in hand is less than the number of candidates in this range, so the cutoff score should be between 491 to 500. 491 to 500 is a broad range. Let's narrow it down. First, let's understand how the candidates in the 491 to 500 are spread out. Honestly, we can't tell. They are not distributed evenly for sure. But to keep the math simple, let's assume they are evenly spread out in the range. Assuming numeric distribution between 491 to 500, meaning that the candidates are evenly spread out without any skew, so the 5,841 candidates are evenly distributed among these 10 points. We know we have 5,841 candidates in the 491 to 500 range, and we have 2,734 ITs for them. This means we can cover 2,734 divided by 5,841, which is like 47% of these candidates. which also means the cutoff score will go down by 47% within the 491 to 500 range. We have 10 points in this range. If score comes down by 47%, the cutoff score will be 495.3. If we round off, the predicted cutoff score comes to 495. Remember, all candidates with CRS 500 received IT in the last draw? So there are technically 9 points in this range. I think the cutoff score will drop by another point, and the cutoff score in the next draw could be 494. What happens in the case of scenario 2? In scenario 2, where the number of new candidates go back to average, if 4,750 invitations are sent out, 522 candidates with CRS 600 plus will be covered. After that, we have 4,288 invitations in hand. There are 1,054 candidates between 501 to 600. They will be covered too. Now we have 3,174 ITs left. There are 5,736 candidates in the 491 to 500 range. As the number of ITs in hand is less than the number of candidates in this range, so the cutoff score should be between 491 to 500. 491 to 500 is a broad range. Let's narrow it down. Assuming numeric distribution between 491 to 500, we know we have 5,736 candidates in this range, and we have 3,174 ITs for them. This means we can cover 3,174 divided by 5,736, which is like 55% of these candidates, which also means the cutoff score will come down by 55% within the range. If the score comes down by 55%, the cutoff score will be 494.5. Because almost all candidates with CRS 500 received IT in the last row, and there are technically 9 points left in this range, so I think the cutoff score will drop by another point, and the cutoff score in the next row could be 493. Out of the two possibilities I shared, I would like to be optimistic and choose the second one. So my prediction for the next row is 493. I have shared multiple possibilities of draw size with you. I think I should share the possible cutoff score for each scenario as well. If the draw size is restricted to 4,250 and the number of new candidates remain high, then the cutoff score should be 496. And if the number of new candidates return to average, then the cutoff score should be 495. If the draw size is 4,500 and the number of new candidates remain high, then the cutoff score should be 495. And if the number of new candidates return to the average, then the cutoff score should be 494. If the draw size is 5,000 and the number of new candidates remain high, then the cutoff score should be 494. And if the number of new candidates return to average, the cutoff score should be 493. I think I have shared too many options today and your head must be spinning. So here is a summary. So what's your prediction? What will be the cutoff score on 26th October? What will be the draw size? Do you agree with my calculation? Let me know in the comment section. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know if you liked it. I tried a different presentation style this time with more options. Did you like it, or was the previous style better? Let me know please. Your feedback can help me make better videos for you. To get regular updates on ExpressEntry, do subscribe and click on the bell icon. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also available in TikTok right now. I try to share regular updates on my socials. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.